Hey, I'm Nick, and today I want to talk about the importance of getting everything done and how it relates to gratification. You see, gratification is similar and has a lot to do with dopamine. When you feel gratified and get that hit of instant gratification, or something that's taken a long time and is delayed gratification, then that is when you get that hit of dopamine, which is something your brain is almost always focused on getting, which is basically its second need next to actually having food and nutrients to survive. It wants to enjoy life. But it isn't always a bad thing because, like I said, there's two different forms of it. There's the part that's instant and is something that is quick and dirty and doesn't really deserve to be there, like scrolling on social media until you see something funny and makes you happy. You getting dopamine there has taken a quick second and is instant gratification. Whereas if you actually put work into a project and then you see it realize and you get the results that you wanted from the time and effort that you put in, that feeling of happiness and enjoyment of it finally being a thing is delayed gratification and still makes you feel good or even better than the things that were easy and were instant gratification. But also notice how delayed gratification is achieved when you've put a lot of work into something, because that is where you can trip up a lot. Because something that's very common is not going 100% with something and not having it finished, but still feeling like you've put so much time and effort into it that your brain is expecting that hit of dopamine, and then when it doesn't get it, it starts to venture into other ways of getting that gratification more instantaneously. It's almost like a rule that is stuck in your head that if something takes a lot of effort to do, then it means that it needs to have a reward. Your body doesn't really like doing things just for the sake of it, and there's almost always a reason for why it's doing the things that it does, so that when it experiences a roadblock or something that doesn't make any sense, it thinks that something's wrong and they'll fix it by bringing in some instant gratification. And that all gets messy, but what we should focus on instead is simply doing 100% and doing the whole thing without taking breaks or making excuses to not go all the way. And I've also mentioned before the importance of doing that to make sure that you're not building a habit of laziness and building that habit of never going the whole way, so that when the time comes to be able to put in all that effort, you aren't stopping short on impulse. And if you really need to dig into how to do that, that is basically the basis of productivity, getting something done the whole way, being able to sit down and focus and work until the project is actually done. And I've got tons of videos on how to do that and tricks to do that. But what it comes down to is that you are being disciplined and have that willpower to be able to sit down and focus and get rid of all distractions. And that is developed just by practice, just by doing small things that you don't necessarily want to do, but it gets your brain into the habit of sometimes it has to do things that it doesn't want to do. And like I mentioned before, failure to do this, failure to go all the way, means that it's a habit to never go and finish things. And so when your body's used to that, then it starts questioning things more regularly. It starts thinking, why isn't this working? I've put all this time and effort into it without realizing that haven't actually finished the project or assignment or whatever it is. And so when they haven't gotten that hit of dopamine, your brain naturally is inclined to search for instant ways of doing it. And if you've built a habit of getting instant gratification from your phone, then your body and brain is going to go and reach for your phone. And maybe your conscious brain thinks and makes excuses as to, I'm just going to check up on a friend, I'm just going to text someone, I'm just going to quickly search something up, and then I'm already on my phone, so I'll just spend 5 minutes checking something out on social media. That's going to stuff you up. That's going to get you into the habit of checking social media on impulse and sourcing your dopamine from instant gratification. So, in total, we just need to focus on getting things done 100%. using our discipline and productivity to get things done in a way that doesn't leave us with nothing to say for the work that we've just put in. But that's it for today. If you're still interested in learning anything more about productivity tips or tricks, I've now started one-on-one coaching, which you can book a call for using the first link in the description below. Until then, see you later.